Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha and Byzantium. So the turn is 2645, year 7704 BC, and we are one turn away from caste system. But before we get it, let's do an overview of our chiefdom, shall we? So first of all, Constantinople has finished its granary and is now working on the strategic grain reserve, meaning that Constantinople itself is going to store 20% of food after growth every time. Furthermore, it's going to provide every city with one extra health, additional health if they got access to corn, rice, or wheat, and an extra free granary in every city, saving 10% of food in every other city than Constantinople. Not to mention that Constantinople itself is going to get additional 5 health, 2.3 culture, and 1 extra production towards great person, and in this case it's gonna be the great engineer. So things are looking really good there. 15 turns will be away like nothing, so I'm hoping that nothing will thwart our plan here, after which we are going to move to the town hall, farm, crop, and scarecrows. Speaking of Constantinople, there was actually a question in the comments how we're doing here. Well, we're doing a bit worse than I thought. Way worse than I thought, actually. Crime is currently 33, meaning that it is, there is some crime, not bad. It's giving us a couple of, crime lying and, that's it, just crime lying, giving us extra happiness. We are doing worse with disease though, 69, meaning that we have the disease common cold happening already. And as far as education go, I thought that we were at something like 160, but we are actually at minus 178, meaning we are getting education unaware, taking away a large chunk of our production, research, even some money, lower birth rate, extra food needed to grow. We have extra disease and extra crime. Well, this is not going well, I'm not gonna lie, but there isn't much that I can do with it other than spamming story towers, I guess. But each of the story towers give what? Wait, this is the healer. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Here's the story tower. Yeah, 1 education per turn in the city, and I think we have a special trait that's giving us, okay, so they give like 3 per turn. So considering we are that bad in education, how much do you cost? 1. Well, it might be worth to build a couple of those because they're so cheap, but Jesus, I had no idea we were doing so poorly until I checked it actually. Yeah, as I mentioned, these are scaling with the population, so considering we have 11 here already, we are just having bad time. Like, population itself is providing us with 37 per turn decay, 10 extra disease, and 55 crime. So, not great, not gonna lie. On the other hand, the good thing is that Vodena is 10 turns away from the Library of Nineveh, which is gonna give us extra 2% research in all cities, extra 5 education in the turn, extra 5 education per turn in this city, and extra 3 tablet maker in every city. Plus it gives extra research and production. So that is good. I'm thinking the tablet maker, I know that I canceled it in Constantinople, does it help? Yeah, it gives additional education, so that will go a long way with our problem here. Well, I'm gonna consider the education reform in Constantinople, especially because once we get the caste system, the next one is mining, and mining will give us tons and tons of extra production. We do have sources of amber, so every city that has that is going to give us extra gold. We do have sources of gold, actually 1 source, but that is a really good one, so extra 6 gold. We do have jade. I think that we don't have silver at this point, but we will eventually get access to it, and every one of these is then eligible to build the gem cutter, which gives additional income. So that is pretty darn good. We are going to solve our financial problem and maybe get into positive numbers as well, which is why I'm thinking about the story towers. Well, as far as that goes, not much new. Adrianople and Thessaloniki has grown. Production is being increased in all of the cities, and Trebizond is now working on the Earth Wall. One thing that's worth noting, though, is that we have finished our cavalry project, and our units are now terrorizing Karhadast. We actually destroyed all of the units in the city itself. We took some prisoners even, which is awesome, but you can see that our units are pretty decimated. The Blacktails, which is our battalion, are down to about less than half of their strength. Third Watch is almost dead, 0.42 out of 7 power. Second Watch is at roughly half, and Third Watch is at about 3/5 of their strength. But again, we stole a gatherer, we stole 3 military captives, and they have absolutely no one to attack us with. Though I'm not really sure why it keeps claiming that their strength is higher than ours. I do not believe that's that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna move you guys here, and in the next turn, well, after we get the caste system, I'm gonna use my horses to pillage these 2 tiles, and then we're gonna ask Dido for peace. And if she accepts that, we are done. If she doesn't, we are going to raise her city to the ground. I checked that it's the only city that she has, so that would mean game over for her, but, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to have some variety on the map, and if someone knocks her out as we go, that is her, you know, that's on her, but I don't want to kill such a... I don't even want to say insignificant civilization, but yeah, it is completely insignificant for the grand scheme of things. So let's end the turn and look at the caste system and what it brings to us.
The actions of priests, warriors, commoners, and servants are appointed by the qualities born of their intrinsic being.
Vyasa from the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, yeah. It's kind of hard to say this for the first time, but I should read that, really. Okay, so caste system enables caste system and leads to sacrifice cult. That is all it does. Mining will be the next technology, but let's check the caste system, because that I wanted for a long time, and it's going to change our society quite significant. Wow, the next one is bourgeoisie. Really? Yeah, requires aristocracy, so this is the last change for quite some time. So tribal gives us some maintenance. We are lowering that one slightly over the caste system, but I think we increased maintenance on home continent. But it gives us quite a lot of extra production. We already spoke about it, and new units receive extra experience, which is pretty good. We're getting extra food from farms, and extra production from mines, tree farms, and so on and so on and so on. So let's change it. It's going to take 7 turns to do the revolution, which, okay, we shall. I mean, we want it. I don't know what exactly it's going to do to our society, but we'll see. We'll see. And hey, someone gets experience points. Who is it? It's the First Watch. Okay, so you guys got the might already. What did we want for? I think I started giving them shock. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna get shock because we want you to be able to attack melee units. Now I have united only the first 3 units into the Blacktails, but kept the rest alone. The reason for that is that I want to have more horseman units to go around our border and our territory and patrol it. So it's not always best to have, all of your units as strong as possible, because then you don't have that much ability to react to various situations, even though if these are weaker. So let's send you guys here to pillage the tile. Okay, they gave us 5 gold. You guys I'm gonna go here and poach this tile that gave us additional 5, and I think that's all the improvements that they have. I mean, okay, you could pillage the road as well. I mean, that's possible, but I don't know if that's something that we really want to do. You guys can pillage this tile, and you will just wait. Yeah, she didn't build anything, so you guys should be able... Yeah, you are pretty easily able to take that city. So let's see what Daniel will think. -8 relations, this war spoils our relationship. No kidding. -1, the war is going badly for us. -3, a first impression is a lasting one. I don't know what that one means, actually. And -1, you declared war on our friend. War awareness 3, you are at war. You are the worst enemy. So let's offer her peace treaty. And... okay. She's not going to talk to us, but will she accept the peace treaty? She will. Okay, so we have decided to spare her after pillaging her lands, killing all of her military units, and taking what we could. Raising the city would be, you know, an act of mercy at this point. No, seriously, you guys need to meet here and rest, because you are exhausted and not in a good shape to travel back through the barbarian territory. Now we're gonna see if we can pillage maybe something there. I'm not sure. There could be some improvements, but I'm wary of staying there because their strength is much higher than Dido's. Okay, so I think that settles it for now. I'll go through the anarchy and I'll be back later. Now, one thing that I actually haven't mentioned all this time is that about 20 turns ago, one of our neighboring nations, and that is the Native Americans, have also declared war on us. They're all the way down here, and I have absolutely no idea why they declared war on us. They never sent a unit against us, they never done anything against us. So, yeah, I didn't even mention that up until now, but yeah, okay, they accepted peace. Cool. I guess that was just a glitch in the AI. They just, declared war. This is the only thing that I really don't like about Caveman to Cosmos, but this is about all of the Civ games. The AI sometimes acts completely illogical, like Dido declaring war on us when she's like 1/7 of our strength. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, I guess the game needs you to be, the game needs it to stay a bit more dynamic than just everyone being peaceful. Turn 2686, year 7449 BC, and we are 1 turn away from mining. But more importantly, we are now at a comfy surplus of plus 15 gold, with 100% investment into research and no meager wealth anywhere to be seen. Now, this came to pass by us building the Library of Nineveh, thus gaining a tablet maker in all of our cities. That put us to 100% research, and then we just continue doing what we do, focusing on money. Now, this could lead us to the thought of going into the next city, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a defensive city down here. I probably won't let you guys vote about that because we really are having trouble with the barbarians spreading around here. But instead, I think that we are currently going to just stay back, focus on the structural problems in our economy, and later on, when we get to about plus 80, maybe plus 100 surplus, do the next city thing. Now, what do I mean by the structural problems in our economy? Well, you remember how we had trouble with disease and education in Constantinople? That's gone now, because I have built 4 extra story towers in Constantinople. Thus, our education is probably going to get to somewhere around maybe 300, maybe 250. We'll see. But that means that we have lost the penalty to education. And we are, well, not education, but the penalty coming from lack of education. And we are now at an actual bonus to getting from education. Wow, that was a weird sentence. So let me say that again. We lost the penalties coming from lack of education, and now we are getting bonuses from having education. So from -3 industry and -6.5 research, we are now at +3 industry and +7 research. We're getting extra birth rate, extra trade-out yield, and our city, unfortunately, requires more food to grow, but we are lowering our disease and crime from this. I've done the same thing for disease, though in a smaller amount, because we can handle the common cold. It's not such a biggie, but still it's dropping because we now have 2 healers. We have the Constantinople healers and we have the Constantinople clerics who are trying to lower the disease. I might actually get one more, seeing that common cold is actually taking away our production, but we would really have to get it to negative number to lose this malus. So I'm okay with that one industry. Constantinople is fine now, but we might just go ahead and do the same thing in other areas, build more story towers, build more healers where necessary, and just generally make sure that all of our cities are good on education, disease, and crime. Now looking at it, I can see, for example, a problem in cities like Thessaloniki, but that's coming from the fact that we haven't really built all of the things that we can do here to get that education up. Same thing with cities like Adrianople, which have really big problems with education, but yeah, we could build a number of things here that would boost it. They still got quite a lot of other things to do before we get to that. But again, I consider this the structural problems, so after I'm done with Constantinople, which we are pretty much done at this point, we're going to focus on Patra and Vodena. Patra being at population 8. The education is still fine. Disease is ramping up though, so it would probably be good to build a story tower here to ensure that the education stays up, and maybe a healer to keep the disease under control, though I think they might have a couple more things here. Nope, there's nothing. Well, anyway, you get the point. You now know what we're gonna do. So no boost to our city count, but mining will definitely boost the financial wealth. That's the wealth of our empire. Let's not put adjectives where they don't need to be. So anyway, let's end the turn at this point. I think we are done, aren't we? Yep, we are. So we're just gonna look into mining, what it brings to us, and then we shall discuss the next steps.
The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.
So as we said, mining gives us a lot of extra buildings that give us a huge amount of gold. And that will eventually really help our economy. Plus, it provides us with gems, which can be used to build the gem cutter building. This will thus allows us to get a lot of extra income, from the mines or from the gem cutter themselves. I also noticed that this says that it allows the stone tool workshop to upgrade to early quarry, which would work well with the salt, because it should provide the salt, or I'm hoping that it would. Early mountain mine. Okay, that's pretty good. Mine +4. We get quarry. Early quarry. Nice. Okay. So this is really a good thing. And it reveals sulfur. Okay. And metals. That is pretty good. That actually boosts quite a lot of things. Is this a civic? Not sure. It is a civic, okay. So what does this one do? I didn't even realize that we had a civic there. Currency, metals, okay. So we are currency-less, which means we have a lower birth rate of great people. We have less military unit production, less military production, just 10% less. Minus 5% gold in all cities, and minus 5% gold and research in capital. Metals eliminate that but they give us maintenance. Okay, well, they boost our income in capital, they remove the malus and give extra food, industry and gold in all cities, extra gold from trade routes, extra education, no, not extra education, extra research in all cities, and extra gold and culture in capital. And we're getting extra money from core mine, modern mine, shaft mine, and mine. But it would, wow, 26 extra maintenance. But we're gonna do it. It's 8 turns for revolution, so let's have that. There's not much we can do with it, but I'm hoping that's not gonna destroy our income. That I worked hard for that surplus. And let's look at this. So Constantinople can build a mining camp and a gem cutter immediately. That gives us 3.5 gold. That's amazing. And a tar refinery. That's new. Oh, but that gives 10 extra flammability and extra air and water pollution. Not great. What about other cities? Patra can build a gem cutter and a mining camp. Okay, so this one is required to build mine gold and mine silver. So we'll have to start with this one. No, actually, I think we're gonna start with the gem cutter. Then we're gonna go with the mining camp. Same here, but no bonus. Wow, and a mine amber, which gives that. That's pretty good. Okay, mining camp here. Mining camp here. Okay, mining camps everywhere. So again, if each of the mining camps gives us 2.5. Wait, what? Sapphires were discovered near Constantinople. Iron ore was found near Trebizond. And there was diamonds somewhere. Was it up here somewhere? Turquoise, gold ore. Where was that? Where was the diamonds? Where are the diamonds? Here! Next to Nicaea. And outside of the reach. Okay, well that's painful. That is painful, but we can still build a mine there and get access to it. And for then I might benefit from it on Nicaea, but damn, that sucks. But if we... No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, but we have a lot of work ahead of us. So I'll just start dealing with it. We're gonna build a mine here, starting with the gold. That is going to provide us with extra 6 gold. Okay, that starts promising, and 2 extra industry for Patra, just right off the bat. So even if we get a huge penalty from the metals, I'm not afraid, because this is going to be big. We're gonna swim in cash next time you guys come around. And considering our happiness, and I can see it, okay, but each of the extra cities will give us 4 unhappiness. So the first one, if I understand correctly, would give us 4. The next one would give us 8. The next one, or is it just 4 flat for each? Well, either way, I think we can definitely have 1, maybe 2. So if we can finance that, and we will definitely be able to finance that very soon, we are just going to jump at the opportunity. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. This has been fun. I'll go through the anarchy. The next technology that we're going to go for is actually going to be sailing. That is a bit of a change, and I'll speak about that next time, why I'm doing that before the wheel. But there is a method to the madness. So, see you in the next episode.